one thing to move the ball. It's nice, but if you're not converting third downs, which is tough when you get third and longs, holding penalties, sacks, things of that nature. It just so we had a lot of self-inflicted wounds there, and it's going to be hard to win games if we do that.
It's been through a lot of these seasons, and it's early, I know, et cetera, but what's the difference between losing and winning besides the one-loss column?
Well, it's part of what we saw today. Guys giving themselves a chance and finishing the game out. Our players had every reason today. I know our fans were discouraged, and I'm sure our players were. But there's still time on the clock, and you just keep playing. You never know what's going to happen. And then when you're doing that, somebody's got to reach down and do something too. I mean, just you can say, hey, let's keep playing, guys, but somebody's got to make something happen.
Can you say what that was? I mean, down 24-3. I mean, everybody asked him there.
Well,
what's that one thing? And I don't
know if there's one thing, but I think the best thing about what happened today, from my vantage point, is it was a team thing. The offense came alive, special teams came alive, and the defense came alive. And then, for us, you guys have seen us play a long time. If we're doing well, typically all three of those things kind of feed off each other. And again, when you're playing at Kinnick, that helps to get the fans in it too. We get the best stadium in the world, and we're playing not playing so well out there. So I don't expect our fans to be going crazy when we look like a bunch of
How much can confidence grow from a game like this, especially you consider you won the Inside Bowl, but a lot of the close games recently?
Yeah, I mean, we could use one of these in November. You just never know what a difference it's going to make. But I'd also put an asterisk next to that and say it's kind of like that, week 1 to week 2 improvement. That only happens if teams handle it right. And a week ago our opponent, to me, improved a lot more in week 2 than we did. And so now this can be a real positive, can be a real learning experience, a positive learning experience. It's going to be a learning experience either way, but at least this one has a happy ending. Now what are we going to do with it? And, how do we file it? What do we use it? Moving forward, how's it going to help us?
Are you okay
if
with?
we're not focused, it won't help us. So it's going to be the thing.
I'm sorry. Are you okay with your defense now, or are you still continuing to tweak a little bit? Or
We'll look every week and just and I think we're going to be the kind of team that's going to play a lot of guys during the course of the year. I envision that. So we'll just keep pushing forward and get through this week's a very important week for a lot of reasons. And the week after that, in my mind, is really important too. And I think once we get through these next 2 weeks, we'll probably know a little bit more about who's who, what's what, and where we're going.
Did you worry at all about James's confidence today, early in the game?
I wasn't preoccupied with that,
Sure.
but you worry with first of all, quarterback's a tough position to play. I think it is the toughest. You could argue that, and then and that what I tried to say in the preseason was that we all felt good about him, but we also recognize and acknowledge he's a young guy who's got 4 starts now. So to think that he's not going to go through some of that, and veteran guys go through that too. So but the way he handles things, the way he responds, that's really encouraging.
is maybe the giddy up? I don't care what you want to call it. The hurry up offense, is that kind of his deal? I mean, because you just said he's a little bit
He's
still
got
a
a
young
feel
quarterback.
for it, but I think he operates pretty well in the other stuff too. But they did some stuff to disrupt us today, and people are going to do that. So we got to work around it and do a little better job. And I think it's appropriate. We had Mike Rogers here as our captain today. A guy who was 5-6. Quarterback with a 5-6 team, his first year starting. And then good things followed. 2 pretty good years after that. So it was a nice little tie-in there.
As successful as you
turns out just as well.
As successful as you were with that offense, would you consider using it more, or is that just kind of a stopgap thing?
I mean, we're not against any up tempo, and but the other thing too. I mean, up tempo could be three plays and you're out very quickly. There was one possession they had that lasted less than 2 minutes, I think, right, at a critical time, and that it helped us a little bit. It was nice to look up and still have some clock up there. So there's you got to do what gives you the best chance to win. But,
So we'll still see a huddle.
yeah, at least a couple times a game for sure. Yeah.
Was there 1 minute or one moment that you can pinpoint that you said it's turned?
Well, the series I just cited, I mean, there are a lot of things that happened today, but that series getting off the field and only, whatever it was, $1:45, I think, came off the clock, something like that. It was under 2 minutes. That helped. I mean, at least, we had some time to operate and what have you, so that's the downside of maybe speeding things up.
Thanks.